Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
What's up, everybody? Kicking at Stateside boys are back. Adam, Brian, coming live from New Jersey.
What's going on, brother?
How we doing?
Oh, fantastic.
Another lovely Tuesday in Runnymede, New Jersey. So today we have a slate that was a little less. Only 3 games with 1 postponement this past weekend in the league.
Yeah.
That we can sort of cover. And then a little Champions League talk today.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. That is right around the corner.
Yeah, we'll dive into all the matchups in the round of 16. We're going to see there's some pretty decent matchups that we're going to be talking about and looking forward to. The Chelsea-Bayern definitely is one to keep an eye on.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Dortmund-PSG should be probably goal-scoring galore there and no defense.
No defense. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
that.
But
we might at some point.
I'm sure
we're going to have some time to fill.
I would say I'm sure that'll happen, and I'm sure I'll get on a little rant or whatever the hell I'm going to do. But, yeah. And also, we obviously any hot topics we got going on in the world. And then we'll look at we have 6 games coming up in the league because they kind of split this like winter break kind of into, I guess, half.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
So we have 1 Friday, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday, and then 1 on Monday.
Which is the makeup of the
and then
City
Wednesday as well.
West Ham game.
Yes. So there's a decent slate.
Yeah, there's some stuff coming up. Not a couple exciting games. I mean, they could all be exciting, but as far as on paper goes, a couple really exciting ones, and then some that should probably
there's definitely a snoozer
be
in
routes.
there.
Yeah, there should be a few routes in there, but
yeah,
we'll get through them.
Get them all in, and obviously we got the poll question with Sheffield United winning again and jumping up to 5th. I posed it to you on whenever they played Sunday, and I was kind of like, you know what? Is this Sheffield United, if they can grab a Champions League spot, would this be more of a shock and bigger accomplishment? Obviously, winning the league that Leicester did was pretty crazy, and to win the league obviously was, a huge accomplishment. But this is also a Sheffield team that came into the season first year being promoted, and also no household names, and they thought they were going to have to struggle to even stay up.
Yeah.
And to get a Champions League spot, I guess, is that more of a shock than that Leicester team that won the title back in 15 and 16 was the poll question. Agree or disagree?
I'm still extremely torn on it. I keep going back and forth.
I
I'm
know.
like digging in stats and all that, and I'm like, what really is? Because obviously, like you said, winning the league is winning the league.
Right.
There's not a bigger feat than that. Except, again, with the expectations and what everybody would have thought and did think heading into this season, I don't know. I'd like to hear what everybody else's thoughts are. Definitely.
Pose that. I just thought about it. I'm like, this is a Sheffield team that you're like, all right. I mean, like we did in the preview show back in August, we're like, I don't know any of these guys on this roster.
Yeah.
And can they even stay up in the league being promoted? Finishing 2nd last year in the championship, and it's kind of like, well, they're in a great position to finish in the Champions League spot in 4th.
Yeah, it's
Unless
definitely
Chelsea
Wilder
picks it up a
or
little bit.
Klopp for manager of the year at this point. I think Brendan's lost a little.
Yeah.
It's one of these two.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I'd love to see, what everyone has to say about that. I think it's just it's a conversation to have. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's a great
There's
question.
valid points, I think, on both teams. And again, I'm getting ahead of myself, saying that Sheffield's actually going to
Yeah, I mean,
get,
obviously it's got to happen first,
Right.
too. But, yeah, we could still discuss.
It's a conversation to have.
Absolutely.
If it does happen.
If it does.
If it does. But what else? And then we have the YouTube question. I saw this. I'm like, somebody was talking about on ESPN, like, the case for Jordan Henderson to be Player of the Year. And I'm like, okay, well, there's the YouTube and Twitter question. It's like Jordan Henderson will win the Player of the Year. Agree or disagree? Because he's having probably the best year of his career.
When you
honestly.
sent me that, my initial thought, I guess, was no, but maybe should. But I feel like, unfortunately, he won't, because it's going to end up just one of these big names is going to end up getting it. Whether it's somebody on his team or, depends on if somebody makes a crazy run and makes a late push at golden goal or something like that.
Because, obviously the Players of the Year, I'm sure it's going to come from one of the front three from them or Van Dijk. Yeah. It's going to be somebody from Liverpool. But Jordan Henderson, he doesn't do anything crazy. He does all the dirty work, but he actually – a couple passes I've seen the past few weeks, and he scored that goal.
He's been wearing the captain band, too, for them, right? So.
And he's been there forever.
Yeah, he has. To me, he's an unsung hero. I mean, I guess a lot of people do now are starting to be aware of what he's done.
Yeah.
But he does. He kind of just sits there and doesn't get all the credit, because those back wings get a lot of credit too, and Van Dijk,
it's hard,
and Allison, and the front three. So
it's as importance, like big name and stats, he's probably way down.
Yeah.
But in terms of importance on the team, he's probably in the top 2 or 3.
Yeah. If you look at his game ratings, he's probably got some of the highest game ratings because if people don't know, you get rated after every game out of 10. And if you go back, he's probably got some of the highest game ratings all year.
Sure.
As far as he's like an 8 out of 10 guy almost every week.
I mean, he's basically
week.
Controlling that midfield, spraying the ball around.
He doesn't make mistakes. His passes are ridiculous. I want to look at the passing numbers and see where he's ranked. But yeah, he's like I said. My thought was he should, but he probably just won't, because that's how it is. Like, they're going to give it to
and he's not, again,
a scorer.
His name, again, isn't even that flashy if you're not, like, paying attention that much either.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to go off of, like, the guys that are putting in the goals, like the Sanes and the Salah, and obviously Bobby Blue Eyes as well, and Van Dijk. You just know the bigger names, and he's kind of like a backseat, but he is the captain. So tell us what you think, if you think Jordan Henderson has a good case to possibly win Player of the Year, because he's having a hell of a season on a stacked historical team. But, so we can get rock and rolling. Before we start, Ambuck Services, that's our new sponsor. Gutter and cleaning services. They do rotted board replacements. They do deck restoration and staining. Like I said last week, summertime's approaching. Apparently we're just going to skip winter this year with these 50-degree days.
Yeah.
So you're going to want a nice deck for that summertime parties, and that they got gutter guard installation, gutter cleaning. Who wants to do that?
Yeah, it's that time of the year to get everything back ready.
In the ass.
Yeah. Spring will be here before we know it.
Basically. I mean, that's what Phil said.
Yeah.
He didn't see the shadow.
Yeah.
We're
going to get monster snowstorms in March, unfortunately, or something like that.
But and deck installation and, of course, tree trimming.
Yeah.
Got to trim up your bush.
Absolutely.
You could find them at ambuckservices.com or call 856-879-5530. That's 856-879-5530. Again, Ambuck Services. Shall we rock and roll?
We shall.
All right. Let's talk about this previous weekend,
I was just looking. Yeah. I was looking up a few little stats here.
So we had Saturday. We had Everton and Crystal Palace. 3-1 to the Toffees. And again, the Crystal Palace, our boys from D.C.
They hate me right now.
Well, you picked them. You jinxed them.
I did, and you saw their response on Twitter. So
they're like, "What are you trying to do, bro?"
I promised all year I wasn't going to do it. I finally did it again, and we see what happens. So I promise again for the rest of the year, so you guys don't get relegated. I won't do it again. I won't pick them.
Don't pick Pals.
I just won't. I won't do it to them.
Well, they're saying, "Are we in relegation trouble?"
No,
and then that scared me because I'm like, "Oh shit, they are pretty low. They're sliding down the table."
They
rapidly.
are sliding down the table, but I yelled at them. I said they're ridiculous because there's way more worse teams than.
Oh, for sure.
And I actually added all those teams, and I'm sure they saw that. Now their fan bases are pissed off at me, but
they're like, "Ooh, thank God."
Yeah.
It's like, don't worry,
Yeah.
you're not gonna do that. I mean, you haven't won since Boxing Day, which is concerning.
I mean, they could do that. That's the scare. I was trying to just make them feel better, but unfortunately, after I looked at it a little bit more, and depending on the results of these next couple games coming up in this weekend, they could be in a little bit more trouble than I realized.
I would like to look at their schedule coming up because we took a dive into the West Hams and the Bournemouths, and those two teams have some tough ones.
So, yeah, we'll do that. A little bit later, we'll take a look at theirs. I want to look at theirs in Brighton, maybe.
And Palace, Yeah, Brighton, I mean, them too.
They were my other.
But, I mean, it's Ancelotti, though. He's got to be in talks of possibly. If they can finish up in the top 6 from where they were with Marco Silva, he's got to be in top talks. At least finish top 4 and maybe coach. Again, he hasn't had too much time.
Yeah, but
So-
I can say so far I was 100% right about Silva, and I was 100% wrong about Ancelotti because he's done a very good job.
Yeah,
since he's come in.
Totally changed.
I didn't
that
necessarily think he was the right man for the job, but I guess when they all sat down for it, and the fact that they did still keep Dunk on, that was a big standing point for me. I didn't realize that was going to happen.
Yeah, they did
At the
Dunk.
time. So once I realized that, then I wasn't as opposed to it. But yeah, I give him a lot of credit, and I'm happy because it makes our
Big Dunk.
preseason picks look a lot,
Right?
More relevant now because
Thank you so
we
much.
were both very high on Everton. And I think it was because we saw the talent that was on that team. And
I think they will
unfortunately,
finish top 6, and we're going to be spot on.
Yeah, it's going to come back where
After,
I mean, I had them top 4, and it's not out of the realm of possibility the way things are right now. It's
the
really
way my
not.
Chelsea lads are playing, and that 4th spot anybody could take.
Right now, yeah. How does it work out every year where it seems to be that way? Whoever's in it doesn't really seem to want it. And then there's always one or two just creeping up for it, and that 4th spot seems to always be in play towards the end of the year.
It's
No one ever those 4 don't ever separate themselves. Sometimes the 2 will, the 3 will, but right now,
yeah. I mean, like we said, that 4th spot in the relegation is what we're going to be watching.
Yeah,
'Cause pretty much that top 3's locked up. For
just
the
the
most
Europe
part.
spot in general.
Yeah.
Like the 5 too, and even 6 now because I think 6 gets some kind of bonus, like a little bit of extra help on the qualifying for Europa as well. A little bit favorable matchup. So
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a battle, and Chelsea. We'll talk about it later. They play Man United on Monday, so
yeah, you never know what United team's going to show up. So
that's true. And their new boy will probably get the start.
although you owe them,
Igalo.
big time.
Oh, they beat the shit out of us.
You
that
owe,
first
yeah,
game.
you guys owe them big time.
Yeah.
So.
Little revenge game for the boys.
Speaking
but, yeah.
of Chelsea, I did speak to my buddy, and he is good to go he wants to do an A2D show with us on a Saturday, one of our
Cool.
Saturday shows. So
Get him in here.
he will be here. He's excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, former Chelsea player.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Matt Strode.
Matt Strode.
Yeah, he was He was in the youth of Chelsea. He grew up in England, so he's a buddy of mine, and he lives in the area. So we're gonna get him on
Chat him up.
as a guest one day. Yeah.
What else did I think? Oh, Calvert-Lewin under Ancelotti has been, reborn.
Yeah. What did somebody put a tweet up there like Calvert-Lewin is the king of 7-inch chip shots from it was a pretty easy setup he had there, but
I know.
I mean, but he's just been phenomenal. He's been the Calvert-Lewin that everybody thought.
Yeah.
Dude, if I'm other teams around the game, and I see this, I'm never hiring Marco Silva.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like he's
No,
not getting a job in England again. I can tell you that. Not
No.
after seeing all this. Maybe somewhere,
Well, we said with this roster that they should be a top 6 team.
Yeah.
And under Silva, they were in relegation, and now with actually a good manager and Ancelotti,
And
they're creeping up.
Who was it that yelled at me?
6.
Was it Brett that yelled at me and said we were too hard on him?
Yes.
Yeah. See, sorry, Brett. I don't think we were. We were
was.
spot on.
He's like, I don't understand why you guys hate Marco Silva so much.
This is why.
Yeah.
This is why.
Total transformation of team.
He was given a gift of talent in that team. I thought they did a really good job of building that team preseason, and then
They did.
they've just underperformed. They could easily be a top 4 team if they would have made that move sooner and got rid of that idiot.
I don't know why they did it, honestly. They really let him just go.
They did.
You thought it was going to come, and then like a week and a half later, 2 weeks, and it's finally like, okay, that's enough.
And then the whole league blew up with firings. Like,
yeah, that was
it was this year
a tough
crazy.
time.
Yeah.
It really was. It was a good time to get into this. Start this up.
Yeah, there was a lot.
There hasn't been a dull moment really.
No, there really hasn't. Even in the international breaks, hasn't been dull moments because U.S. loses games to Canada, and that keeps shit talking and going. So
we love it. What was the other one on Saturday? Oh, Brighton and Watford. Kind of a snoozer. Not much to really talk about with this one.
Yeah.
I mean, Watford get an early one, and you're like, okay, maybe Watford right the ship, get back, and then an own goal.
Just a couple teams that don't really want it.
And Brighton, again, gets a needed point, and they keep just tick, tick, tick.
And that's
They're
why
okay.
that's why I picked them, though, to go. At some point, they're not going to get that equalizer. At some point, they're going to lose a couple more of these games. They're going to be playing better teams. And
it's going to be fun. I keep saying it. It's going to be a fun relegation battle.
They were my preseason pick to go down, definitely. And then it definitely looked like I was wrong at one point because they were playing pretty good football for a while.
Yeah, they really were.
And then they've just gotten back to what I kind of thought they would be. And I guess everybody else got better. And
well, Maupaw was scoring there for a while, and then all of a sudden I don't know where he's at.
yeah, none of their scorers have been around lately. It's been kind of stagnant there. So
Random
see.
Glenn Murrays and whatnot scoring.
Good old Glenn.
But yeah, Brighton's lucky to even get a point here.
Yeah.
They've been quite fortunate the past 2 weeks to pick up these 2 points from the last 2.
The problem is everybody below, outside of Norwich, is winning their games.
Yeah.
Like Bournemouth's already climbed out of this.
Yeah.
How is that even? And
they were almost unlucky. Great segue.
Yeah.
Sheffield gets a 2-1 win, a late one. Mr. Lundstrom, of course, again.
Johnny Lundstrom off the bench.
Great subs, brings on Mousset and Lundstrom late.
Yeah,
Chris Wilder.
They started this new kid, Berger.
Yeah, he didn't look great.
He made a mistake that led to a goal.
He didn't look great.
He looked aggressive.
Yeah.
He looked aggressive. I don't know.
I mean, you kind of have to. Your first game, you're like, I can play in this league. I'm going to do something crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
had moments.
So.
He had moments.
But great subs.
Yeah.
Chris just doing everything right this year.
He really is.
Just nothing
Can't-
wrong.
And the thing is, the guys are backing him though.
Yeah.
The guys are playing for him. Starts Billy Sharp for the first time in God knows how long, and he gets a goal.
Yeah, of course.
He scores on opening game, and then he scores again. So that's his second in Premier League play, and that looks like a great move. And then I was sure when that happened, basically we were going to end. You were going to get your 4 points again. And
I was upset
and
at
get that
first,
gap.
and then I'm like, I can't be upset at this team.
Yeah, and
I just can't.
And to go back, you got your 1 point in the Everton game because you got
Yeah.
Everton win. Lucky for me, they added that third goal, and and again, then I got my 1 point here because I got the Sheffield win. It just wasn't the way I thought it was. I mean, it was nice to see Callum Wilson score. I was excited. I was upset because it killed my pick within the first.
I called him out. I said,
few minutes of the game,
hopefully we see a Callum Wilson goal because I predicted 1-1, and I'm like, okay. Well, who's going to score for
You needed that
Bournemouth?
early Bournemouth goal. That was you were in a perfect storm. That's why I was sure you were going to end up with 4
I was like,
points.
oh, this is great.
Yeah. It's usually, once Sheffield gets that equalizer, they don't go for that winner usually. They play safe and take their point and get out of there.
Yeah, you text me, you're like, Billy Sharp. I'm like, oh, no, it was Sheffield up 1-0. And then I look, I'm like, oh, tied.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Mr. Lundstrom and actually a great finish.
Oh, it was. Callum's goal was great. It was actually a very good game.
It was good.
I watched that game. It was very
unfortunate for
entertaining.
Bournemouth to not pick up a point.
Yeah, they could use it, but again, they did enough. We've said it a couple times. You string a couple wins together.
They're scraping by barely.
Yeah, but they've gotten out of that bottom 3, and I think they'll find a way to do enough. I think there's enough veterans on that team. Ake's back healthy now. I think those guys have been through it. They've seen where this team has come from, and they understand what's at stake, and I think they'll do enough to stay out of the relegation zone.
I think.
Yeah. It's amazing what Eddie Howe's done with that team. The more and more I've read about him in my little side fandom for them, to come from the 4th league and build it all the way from the 4th league up to get
it's
here
incredible.
and be able to stay up. Not only have they gotten up, but they've been able to stay up and become a main fixture of the league. So it would actually kind of be bad, I think, for the league for them to go down. They were a great story.
It's a feel-good story.
Yeah.
And they have a pretty good team. I don't know what happened in this past 2 months that.
Yeah. That was the big thing that kept Eddie's job, though, with everything. I mean, he was there. He's done all of this as the man in charge.
Who's what other option do they really have?
Yeah.
He's the best probably they're going to get.
Oh,
You're not going to get a big
absolutely.
name to go to Bournemouth.
No.
And he's shown that he can be a good coach.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think it's more player for whatever reason. I don't know why.
It was player. Well, they
confidence definitely
they were
lacked.
hammered with injuries. This year with injuries.
Well, that Nate Ake one was huge.
The Ake one was huge. Frazier was not right to start the year at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's struggled big time through his injuries.
Sure.
Half their midfield was injured. I mean, guys like Billing have stepped up. He's played very well, but
Big Phil.
Yeah.
6'6" midfielder.
But they've Josh King's been banged up. They've not been a healthy team.
And Josh King wants out.
And even Francis said that he wasn't playing for the team to start the year. He was playing for himself, and he wasn't playing team ball. So I think they've all kind of
It's a lot of
their eyes got opened and realized that you screw up long enough and you could be in that relegation zone. And,
oh, hell yeah.
Some of the guys that have been through this and have built that team with Eddie Howe, I think, have really fired everybody up.
Yeah, I mean, we've said that, I don't know if the front office, a guy from the front office came down and was like, dude, what do you guys want?
Yeah.
You're clearly not playing
Yeah.
hard at all for him right now.
Yeah.
Do you want us to fire him? Because then we'll bring in somebody else, and then, but that's on.
I mean, he is Bournemouth. He can't go anywhere. He can't go anywhere till he's ready to go somewhere.
Yeah.
If someone comes and asks him for a big job.
Which I doubt at this point.
Yeah, I mean, what he's done, though, is pretty incredible.
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
come up all those leagues over all this time and slowly
stay up
and
in the
keep
Prem, it's
building
not
it
easy.
and then to get there. And, that's why their goal every year is to be a mid-table, because for them, that's
That's okay.
yeah.
That's like a win for them.
Yeah. 10, 15 years ago, they were nobodies.
Yeah,
So,
I never heard of Bournemouth.
Yeah. So
I know they're on the coast now.
It's been very impressive to see what they've been able to put together. So
Well, once you said you're not a fan anymore, they starting to play again.
I never said I wasn't a fan.
I think it's you.
I think it is me. I think
you were the one that kind of
this
was their kiss of death.
it was. I was like,
2 months.
I like you guys, and then boom.
You brought that Arsenal bad juju over and started to rub off on them.
Right?
It seemed like that's how it was. I don't know, man. But yeah, and there was one other game this weekend was supposed to happen, but apparently there's a there was a big storm that was going through England.
Huge storm going through England, yes.
So Man City and West Ham
Yeah, that was the
got
one.
postponed to.
That was the one where I told everybody to
next
go run their
Wednesday.
errands anyway. So
Probably best for West
the league
Ham.
probably did the same thing. They're like, damn, this is really messed up right now. Like, dude, they were having 90-mile-per-hour wind gusts and stuff. So
Yeah.
these guys will play through a lot. It was pretty bad at the Sheffield game, but it was nowhere near as bad.
I was saying
as it was
beforehand
at
it
the
was
Etihad.
bad, but then
Yeah.
it was able to kind of. I think the sun even came out too.
Yeah. So they didn't want to risk it. And, again, this is one of those games you can postpone because they are going to make it up this coming
City,
week. They had the break, so they were able to make it up during this break.
Just West Ham getting games postponed left and right.
Yeah. And it's just, it doesn't matter. They're so bad.
They're in some deep trouble.
They are in big, big trouble.
It's like I'm pretty sure that Norwich is,
Norwich is cooked.
already
I think the
packing their bags.
Canaries
Yeah.
on the spit. I mean, and
The Canaries are in the mine shafts and not coming out.
the old Amas are not far behind.
No, we said Norwich, West Ham, and you said Brighton.
I said Brighton, yeah, and you had who?
I'm kind of torn between Villa.
Watford still, Bournemouth.
I think Villa or Watford, one of those two. And Watford, they sucked so badly. They went through 4 managers, and all of a sudden, Nigel Pearson comes in and kind of rights the ship. They win like 2
Yeah,
and get a draw in a third, and then now all of a sudden they're
still hanging down at the bottom, but
back in their ways.
they could pop back out again.
But again, they just drop results
They do.
like that,
Yeah, those are
You got to
games that
see
you
the
got to
game
find a
out
way to
1-0,
win.
and then you give up a terrible own goal.
Yeah, because now they have a game in hand on some of these other teams, and they're still sitting in 19.
It's just
so.
shitty.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it's not getting any better for West Ham.
Oh, I know. We've looked at that schedule before.
Yeah, I keep looking. We'll look at, like I said, a couple of these other guys' schedules coming up here.
Yeah, I want to see what the Palace schedule is going to be.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Because, is there should the alarm be sounded for Palace? Not quite yet.
No, but 6 points can do that real quick.
That's
That's
a
the
team that everyone's playing for themselves.
That's the only difference between Watford at 19 and Palace at 14 is 6 points. It's 2 wins.
Yeah.
That's 2 where you get to play an easy team.
Well, it's like, where are the 2 wins coming from some of those teams, though?
Yeah, well, that's what we're gonna look at. I guess we'll dig into their schedules a little bit deeper, like we did West Ham, and
Yeah, West
like
Ham,
that's the thing with West Ham. I don't see where those 2 wins are gonna come. That's why it was almost easy to pick them to stay down there. Maybe they steal one from Southampton, like we said.
Maybe.
Up, but they might not even do that. Hampton's been pretty damn good.
I was going to say.
They've been playing hard.
Ralphie Hasenhuttl doing his thing.
Yeah, man.
But, yeah, that was the 3 games. Unfortunately, I didn't even know what to do with myself after
I know.
that postponement. I'm like, oh, great. 1 game, that's it?
It
You're
kind
gonna
of killed
tease
the
me
whole
like
day.
that?
Yeah. It's disappointing.
But, there was Leipzig and Bayern,
There was.
which also was boring.
Yeah, it wasn't. I thought that was going to be a better game than it was. So.
And that doesn't help anybody. But
No.
I digress.
Unfortunately.
All right, let's talk Champions League.
Let's do Champions League.
So Champions League is popping up. We got we're back on Tuesday. The 18th will be the first 2 games. So there'll be 2 on Tuesday, 2 Wednesday, and then the following Tuesday, Wednesday, also 2 games.
Yes. That makes up your
16. So we got first game on Tuesday, which will probably be the main game on TNT because Bleacher Report has the rights now. Will be Atletico Madrid out of Spain taking on the Liverpool. The Reds at Atletico. Liverpool, can they do back-to-back, I guess? Can they get past a team that, in Atletico, that had a lot of movement this past offseason?
has underperformed
Has underperformed.
drastically. I loved that team. The team that I thought was being built, or I mean, it's still in the process, I guess, of being built. I thought was going to be a really competitive team this year.
Yeah.
They've been struggling a lot lately. I said at one point that I thought they were actually, when this matchup first came out, that they were going to win this matchup over Liverpool. Mainly because I kind of thought Liverpool would be focusing more towards the Prem than this. But now the way things are playing out and the way Atletico's been playing of late and the injuries that they have and the fact that Liverpool's pretty much wrapping up the Prem in a couple weeks anyway, I don't know. I might have to flip-flop on that and
I'm
lean heavily towards Liverpool.
I just don't see Liverpool losing, especially a two-leg thing.
Yeah, 2 legs is tough.
I mean, Atletico, they have my old boy, Alvaro Morata.
He's great.
He's okay. The young kid, João Felix, he's good, but he can't do it all.
He's been banged up, too. He's been dealing with a lot of injuries.
You got Koke. You got Thomas Lamar. It's like I don't know. It's a lot of guys that should be good but have not performed in the league.
Yeah, Felix hasn't been playing at all recently due to injury. And that's been hurting them.
Right.
I mean, he's a great young
stud.
scorer.
Yeah,
they've just been – if you go back in the last, month or so, they've just been struggling to find – ever since they beat Barcelona in the Super Cup,
right,
they've gone,
flat.
complete flat.
Yeah, it's but yeah, I don't see Liverpool losing this tie at all.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Unfortunately, I have to agree at this point now too.
I think Atletico,
as much as I like Atletico and the squad they're building,
they got to go balls to the wall that home game.
Yeah,
that first one, or they're going to be in for it.
Yeah,
because Liverpool can defend.
Oh, yeah. That's the problem with Liverpool. It's not that they're just an all-offensive team. Yeah, they can defend it when you're missing your best scorer in Atletico. And, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's not looking so hot for them.
It's a tough task.
It's a tough task for anybody. That's a tough task for the best teams that are completely healthy. So when you got a few knocks like they do and you got to go up against this team, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
That's basically all you got to say.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
No one's beating Liverpool, and I don't see Atletico doing anything.
No.
But
the trick for Liverpool will be to get something on the road. That's the first game's on the road. Get a goal. Even if it's a 1-1 draw, who cares? Get the
take
road
it back
goal,
and
then just take it home and end it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, Liverpool I think is the consensus. I would assume for most people out there as well.
Not for the whole tournament, though.
No, probably not. But we'll see.
Yeah, at least for me.
Then we got same time on Tuesday, 3 o'clock. We'll have Dortmund versus PSG.
Great matchup.
Dortmund will get the first leg at home. This game will be scoring. Nobody's going to play any defense, and it's going to come down to who can get those road goals and actually maybe not concede so much. Because, the attack for PSG with Neymar and Mbappe right there is ridiculous. And then they have Mauro Icardi as well. I forgot they brought him over.
Oh, yeah.
And, those three right there can fill it up.
I really, really had aspirations when I saw this matchup come out for Dortmund to win.
Me too, not anymore.
But after watching the last couple Dortmund games and watching the lack of defense,
sad.
I don't know.
Sad,
I don't know.
Sad.
I don't know, if you can't stop Frankfurt, are you really going to stop PSG?
No.
There's a lot of offensive firepower on PSG.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
We got to outscore these teams
Yeah, you're going to have to win 5-4 games.
Yeah.
That's what these are going to be if you're going to have any shot.
Just sad.
Yeah.
Sitting there watching that Leverkusen game. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Like,
Quick note though, I feel like Haaland just got way too much shit for that. That was like that had nothing. That wasn't his fault.
no.
He got like
He
beat
got
up
his first
because
start.
it was his first start and he didn't score a goal. Like, give the guy like. Really?
Sorry.
Yeah, they're like beating him up on ESPN, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, this guy's ridiculous, and just because he didn't have a great start, like he missed. Yeah, there was a couple opportunities.
I mean, again, Marco Royce is hurt again,
Yeah.
so that hurts
yeah.
for some of the service. And Jadon Sancho, and then Julian Brandt came out at halftime of that game, so it's like
who also was having a good game.
he's the maestro.
He is.
So it's like, well, let's take it easy. I mean, Jadon Sancho, Holland,
Emery scored though.
that was a beauty, actually.
Yeah, so that was nice to see.
He was
I don't
pumped.
know. I'm still rooting for you guys. I hate PSG.
Oh, for sure, but it's just that's the Mbappe-Neymar combo is just that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, Mbappe is such a beast. I could care less about Neymar.
No, neither
He could
can
still
I.
score, but
They both can fill it up. That's what I'm scared for.
Yeah.
And our center backs are slow as shit.
yeah, and Cavani's still there. He didn't leave. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a
Not
lot.
yet.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I had to make a prediction, I'm trying not to go with my heart and more like my head. I probably have to say PSG, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The way Dortmund's been defending especially is just making me think that they are going to have to just sit in there.
That's what happens when you re-sign
Just
an
counter.
ancient Matt Hummels.
That's going to turn out to be bad.
That header was phenomenal, but yeah, he's just not the defender he was.
No, he was not.
No.
That was bad business, but that's okay.
Yeah.
He wanted to go
that was
back
a
home.
nostalgia move. That's
Yeah.
what that was.
It was. You thought, well, let's bring him back. It's great. But no, he's
Yeah.
like on the other side of 30 and
It's a shame too because
shell of himself.
if they could even just put like a decent young defense together that had some pace and could keep up with all that scoring that you have, you guys will be fine.
Hakimi is a great right back,
Yeah.
but he wants to get up and join the play and score.
Yeah.
He's not much. I wouldn't say he's a
You
makeshift
saw
right
Peace
back.
Check too, right?
He stinks too now.
What happened? I love
shell of himself
he
again.
was so good. Yeah.
Yeah, so is Marcel Schmelzer.
Yeah.
I don't want the old guard. This is
I know. Well, you have the
game's so
best young
fast.
guard up front, so that's got to be, I guess, a fair trade-off.
Yeah, it's if Julian Brandt can't go for whatever knock he picked up, we're fucked.
Yeah.
It's all over because Marco Royce is already out, so we'll see. I mean, Hakimi is on loan from Real Madrid. A lot of people don't know that. I don't know if we can keep him over the summertime because it was a 2-year loan deal, and he's done awesome. I think he leads the team in goals in Champions League. He has 4. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
We shall see.
But I'm going to say PSG probably goes
Yeah.
through, unfortunately. But then on Wednesday, the 19th, we will see Atalanta, the Italian guys that somehow got through.
Snuck in.
And they will take on Valencia from Spain.
I think Valencia probably has
I'll say
the
Atalanta.
upper hand a little bit in this game. They
The
got to
only
be
guy
favored.
I really knew on Atalanta was Mario Pasalic, the old Chelsea lad.
Yeah.
Apparently he's doing well for Atalanta.
Ruslan Malinov.
But other than that, not really. Valencia has Danny Parejo. Danny Parejo. And Kevin Gamero, the Frenchman.
Yeah, Daniel Vaz.
Yeah. It's
Rodrigo.
different Rodrigo. But
Different Rodrigo, yes, but
yeah.
but yeah, I from what I know and what I've seen of Valencia this past year, 2 years, they definitely seem to have the upper hand in this matchup without a doubt. I think this is one of those I feel like when I saw it came out, it's like, oh, you got the gift of Atalanta.
Yeah, really.
There's like 2 gifts in here.
Because this game isn't like most hyped game ever.
Yeah.
It's 2 teams that are probably sitting, I don't even know. I think Atalanta might be like 4th or 5th in the Serie A this year, and I don't know where Valencia is. I'm assuming the same thing in the La Liga.
They're still 4th in Serie A.
Yeah.
They're just above Roma. my little.
So they're both it's probably a good matchup, probably based on skill wise and skill set.
Yeah.
It could be low key good.
And where's Valencia? Valencia is.
But if I had to say, I'd pick
seventh.
Seventh. And they're a team that buys cheap and sells big time because they can't keep these big players.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, it's hard when you're in the likes of all these other.
You got all these great Spanish kids, and you got to sell them off to the big dogs.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
it's probably a really good matchup to watch if you want like exciting.
unfortunately, it will not be the main game.
No. It
But-
won't. They're gonna make
And I mean, not a lot of people will probably really care unless you are
we're gonna
from
be stuck
Atalanta or
watching.
Valencia.
Well, yeah. Especially in the U.S., they're gonna put Spurs on.
Well, yeah.
Gonna.
I mean, that game is way better than
It is.
Atalanta.
I know. Well, at least I'll just wear my Red Bull shit and root for Leipzig.
Red Bull Leipzig.
Yes.
But yeah, Valencia, I think, is going to walk through. I think.
Valencia should.
If I had to guess.
But I don't know.
This Atalanta team sneaky, eh?
They seem to be. I mean, they're top four again this year.
Yeah.
They're in another position to be in Champions League again next year. So maybe they're better than we realize. I mean, really, there's only a couple teams you ever think about in Italy. So
True.
yeah, I think.
Milans and
I think Roma,
Juve.
just because I've taken a fondness to Roma, and then when Mkhitaryan went over there, I thought just kept kind of keeping track on them.
Yeah.
So.
But yes, that same day, that Wednesday, the 19th, the main game will be Tottenham versus Red Bull Leipzig.
Yes, who's been struggling a lot lately,
They have.
big time.
They're another team that has been on the top of the table and then now all of a sudden are struggling.
Yeah, it looked like
To
they
even
were
string together
possibly
anything.
going to run away with
Yeah.
the Bundesliga.
Yeah,
And
you thought so. You know, they have a great roster, but yeah, they've been,
I think
in
a
the
lot
league,
of
they've been
talks of
struggling.
people coming and going, and
which is going to happen.
it's going to.
Timo
And
Werner is going to be on his way out this summer. Where he goes,
they're going to lose a few people.
I mean, I'd love to see Yusuf Poulsen go on. Even that Marcel Cibica.
Oh, Sibitzer's not going to last long.
A lot of these guys are
He's
going to
go
way out.
somewhere.
And that young Utet Campo,
That's why I was on
the
defense.
young defender, yeah.
He's 20 years old.
Yep.
He's going to end up somewhere. I mean, they had a ton of youth on this team still too.
Right.
So
It's a tough task for them, but
it
you
is.
could say that about Spurs too. It's not going to be a cakewalk for Spurs.
No. It's not. I think Leipzig still has the ability to take this game without a doubt.
Depends on what Leipzig team, I guess, decides to show up. I mean, if it's going to be the struggling one.
Yeah, but Spurs have not been that consistent either.
Yeah.
They've won again recently, but up before that, they were.
If you go back to Champions League success, I guess Spurs, I mean, last year, did you think they were going to make it to the finals? No.
I don't know. Last year, they were a pretty damn good team.
They were.
They were a pretty good team.
But in the league, they
both leagues.
underperformed, kind of,
Yeah.
for what they did. Or in Champions League-wise.
I think they put everything towards that. I think they really thought they had a chance to win that. A lot of people thought they had a chance. Liverpool necessarily wasn't like a astounding favorite
Right.
over them in the final. So, and it took Divock Origi again to
True.
to
Quick
make it
corners,
happen. Yeah. So
We'll see.
I just want to see how the Spurs are adjusting to life after Christian Eriksen. I know
Yeah.
he hasn't been playing much this year, but now that distraction is
Yeah.
out of there, it could loosen him up a little bit.
Well, they're still without Harry Kane.
Still without Harry Kane. I do like that he's thrown Mora up at that striker spot,
Mhm.
our boy Lucas, because he's been playing well for him. He seems to be making some of the right plays, which drives me crazy because
Yeah.
I love when they fail. But
I think Spurs they're just gonna be too much. I think the
You think
league,
so?
the differential and just
yeah,
skill wise and talent is far superior to the Prem. I mean, we saw it last year in Champions League.
yeah, the Final Four were Premier League teams.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Again, I'm going to be rooting my little heart out for.
I mean, can Leipzig do it?
They
They better
could do it.
perform
Yeah.
pretty damn well.
Yeah, they're going to have to be at the top of their game.
It's not going to be easy, but
No.
I'm going to go Spurs probably
Yeah.
to advance.
I'm going Leipzig because I'm not going to pick the Spurs.
You never do.
No. It's just not.
No
it's
matter
not
what.
It's not going to happen.
Never.
They could be playing Gloucester Catholic. I'm going to pick. Like, I don't care.
Tough matchup,
It's
too.
a tough matchup. Fuck the Spurs, man. There's
I guess.
no love. No love, no love.
That's fine.
Go Red Bull.
But yeah, then the following Tuesday, the 25th, February 25th, we got a cracker. We got Chelsea versus Bayern Munich.
Well, this is going to tear us up a little bit. But if the Red Bull Union rivalry and all that didn't break us up, I think we're pretty safe.
It's fine.
We went through
say.
some pretty awesome games. And
The playoff game was the test.
yeah.
If it was the other way around, I might not have been the same.
Yeah, it was probably a good thing that Union came back and won that game.
I think I would have jumped off the Commodore Barry Bridge. That would have been it for me. But yeah, Chelsea hosting Bayern in the first leg. A Chelsea team that really stinks right now, to be honest.
They have not been.
I wore this jersey today to maybe give them some
Trying
good
to
luck.
bring them back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been dealing with some stuff.
Just, I don't even know.
Bad defense, a few injuries.
Bad defense. Get Zuma out of here. Put in Tomori.
They didn't address it at the window.
They didn't make any moves.
They let Frank down, I think, because I think he did a great job with what he was given.
Oh, he's standing there with his pants down still. He's like, what the
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get some help here.
Well,
You had Dries Mertens for $5 million being like, yes.
Yeah, let's
That's
make
pretty
this
easy.
happen. Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Didn't
get the
happen.
backing from the owner, but he's
Yeah.
a son of a bitch, too.
Yeah. Well, they really needed defense over anything. I mean, Mertens would have been nice. You definitely could use some more scoring, but that should have been addressed. Somebody, a body,
Anything.
Just somebody to rotate in and give another look and another opportunity. And it wasn't done.
But
Bayern's
again,
Bayern.
I would say I got to go. It's almost like I have to go with my head instead of heart. I think Bayern's too much.
Yeah. I mean, you know where my rooting. Bayern. I would say Bayern's probably my.
When you have Lewandowski on the other side, it's
Bayern's one of my first
tough.
teams. Like one of the first teams that really got me watching and got me engaged on like a club level.
Yeah.
Was Bayern. Because all my favorite German players have
Philipp Lahm
always
of the
played
worlds.
there, and it was kind of easy to transition to start watching them. And they are what they are. I've said it before. They're just one of those teams that.
They're just always there.
Yeah, they're the
But
number
they
one.
haven't been
They're
like
the number
crazy
one team in Germany
either
Yeah.
in the league.
No. I mean, they just find ways to win though. Like this year, they haven't been great. They're still not in the top of the league. They're just, but they will.
They weren't great last year, but they still won.
They'll find a
Hopefully.
way. I mean, they have so much talent. They have Gnabry, Perisic, and
This Canadian, Alphonso Davies, has found his way in the starting lineup, and they love him there.
he's a beast.
He's great.
Yeah,
I almost tweeted out, I'm like, does he have any U.S., like, his mom, dad, anything? God
that ship
damn.
has sailed, bro.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
I know. He already played a cap for Canada.
They
but
should have found a way very early to convince
He was
him.
like
but
16 when he played for the Whitecaps.
I mean, the kid's a proud Canadian. He's very.
Damn it.
And
How did we lose one to the Canadians?
well, I hate to say, and I keep telling you this, and we saw it early this year.
Like, is there any, like,
they're not that
lineage?
far behind us because they have him.
And that other kid.
And yeah,
That
Davis.
Dave,
They have a
David,
Davis and
John-
a Davies, or John Davis,
something like that.
and Alphonso Davies.
Yeah.
with an IES. Two of them are absolute, just
Alphonso Davies is very good.
yeah.
I mean, they had a highlight reel just of him against, I think, Leipzig. And he was, I think the attacker had about like 40 yards on him, and he somehow caught up to him.
I don't even think he's 20 yet.
Yeah, because he went to Bayern when he was, 18?
18 or 19. He was still just yeah.
He might be like 21.
I don't even think he's there. He could probably drink in Canada.
Sure, you could do whatever there.
Yeah. You could definitely drink in Germany.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. He doesn't look like the party kid though. He looks like he's
Nah, he's
got
interesting.
a ball attached to his feet at all times.
Apparently he's a big TikToker.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm
It's
not.
like his claim to fame.
I am not. I probably should be. My personality, I feel like I'd be a good TikToker. My daughter tells me I should.
You should,
TikTok.
definitely. You should.
Should hop on that TikTok.
But, yeah, I think Bayern probably goes through here.
Yeah. Byron's going to, I think, can make a pretty good run in this.
They usually –
I'd like to see some of these newer, younger guys that haven't been in this position to maybe.
it's just Bayern always has a great roster. It's just whether they can all
Gel
together.
Yeah.
And their defense is – I don't even know if Nicolas Sula is back from injury at all.
I don't think so. Probably not for the first leg.
Because they're still missing. They got Lucas Hernandez
Yeah.
last year. The Frenchman who was on Atletico, who was a baller. He's been hurt the whole season. I think, what's the midfielder? Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
He's been hurt too.
Yeah.
They've been a little riddled in
They have.
defensively.
They're deep.
Joshua Kimmich is probably the best.
They're not.
Best. And David Alaba is probably one of the best left backs too.
Yeah, and I know you're not sold on Boateng at this point of his career, but I would take
He's
Boateng
done.
with one leg over Kurt Zuma.
Him and Hummels are. Stop. No. That ship sailed too.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I think Bayern is
probably.
sailing through. Unfortunately, Chelsea, inexperienced, really.
Yeah.
There's a couple guys on that team that have been, obviously, the Azpilicuetas and, Willians of the world. But other than that, I mean.
Well, maybe a knockout early wouldn't be so bad.
They need to come and go balls to the wall this home game.
They need to worry about keeping that fourth place and making sure they're there again next year.
That, too. I don't know how you juggle.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is.
Frank's got his hands full.
It definitely does. Could have used an extra body or two.
Yep, I said that. What else do we got? We had Napoli and Barcelona will be that same day on the 25th. Any shot for Napoli?
Yeah, because Barcelona chokes in all these
Yeah, what the hell?
situations. Yeah.
I feel like there's not really one team besides Liverpool that's like dominating.
The last show we did, we were talking and there was Copa del Rey.
Yeah.
We basically, after all the other upsets and stuff, we dubbed Barcelona the champion of Copa del Rey, and then by the time I got home, they had lost the game. So
I don't understand.
and Messi's mad again. Is Messi gonna ever leave?
No. I said that.
Is everybody else around him gonna get fired?
He's a Barcelona boy for life.
Like
he pulls the strings. It's like, I don't want this manager. Can you leave?
Yeah.
And it's like, sure thing, Leo.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, again, he's won. We went through all those trophies and everything. He's won, but I feel like there's still been an underachievement for as talented as he is. They
Domestically,
should have
he's been
won
good.
more. They definitely should have won more.
But again, he's getting up there in age
He
now.
is. He's not a spring chicken anymore.
He said they had the early Barcelona Messi days. They were winning Champions League titles, but
Yeah.
as of late, no.
No,
I mean, they got knocked out by Ajax last year, right?
yeah.
Which is an Ajax team that
That Ajax team was awesome, though.
had a lot of young, promising spark plugs out there.
Yeah, they're losing all of them, but
They did lose most so far.
they still find a way, though.
I know.
They'll bring more in. They'll be around every year in that league. They're not going anywhere.
True that. But, yeah, I mean, Napoli has, what the fuck is their coach? Oh, Maurizio Sarri.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry ball.
Napoli's always solid. Napoli.
They're a pest.
Yeah. They gave Liverpool a run for their money last year. They were one of the best.
They have guys that should make the next move in their careers and have just stayed. Like Lorenzo Insigne,
Yeah.
the Italian little guy.
Yeah.
He should have left a while ago.
Been there forever. Koulibaly, we talk about, has been there forever. Dries Mertens
He's
has
been there forever.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's a lot of guys that should have made the jump a long time ago, but they just
Well, that's why when they get into these tournaments, they're usually pretty good because they're good veterans that have been around each other for a while, and they know when to step up. They know most likely they're not winning their league. They're going to do enough to be top four
they'll get
in
Champions League
Serie A, and
consistently.
then they'll be in, and then you never know. You get hot at the right time in a tournament, you at least get to the Final Four. They've made some
But,
noise
yeah.
the last few Champions Leagues.
Yeah, but this would be a monumental failure for Barcelona
Oh,
if they
yeah.
get knocked out in the 16.
Wouldn't surprise me though in the least.
I think they do enough to get by.
Probably. There's too much talent there again. It's not just Messi.
Because I think Messi fires the whole staff in front office if they get
I think
knocked
Griezmann's
out.
pretty much done there.
I'll say they have Suarez,
Although he
Griezmann,
scored again the other
Messi.
day, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just that
Or
doesn't
Suarez
seem
is
to.
out.
Suarez is there. He's just.
I think he just got
he's been
hurt.
banged up though. I think because Griezmann's played the last couple.
Yeah. Well,
But again,
Dembele got hurt again. For
I feel like
the
they
sixth time.
overdo it. That's the problem. Like, you already had Luis Suarez. Yes, do you want to add another good striker? Absolutely. You could find a 25, 26-year-old player that's been around, maybe a veteran, that could be a good backup striker. But no, you go out and you spend all that money, you get Antoine Griezmann.
Which didn't really fit in the first place.
Yeah, it's not a good fit, and he's the type of guy he's got to play every day. Like, he can't just be sitting there for a couple weeks, sitting behind.
He's
or
the
coming
center
off the
forward
bench.
where Messi plays.
Right.
And they try and get all these guys that play the same position on the field at one time, and
It doesn't
hasn't
work that way. You need pieces
it's like
everywhere.
Suarez. He's a guy he's fine up top by himself.
Yeah.
Messi's a guy that can maybe sit in behind as a center forward, but Griezmann's the same position.
Yeah. It's like if you ever do a FIFA Ultimate Team draft. You know how they have that draft mode? And you can't pick all forwards.
Yeah.
And then you go to get defense and you're getting a whole bunch of bums because you're going to get run through by people that know what they're doing. Like, you got to have that balance. You got to get a good defensive guy. You got to be able to.
Well, the good part about Barcelona is that they have experience in the back with PK,
They do, but they're
Alaba,
but they're slow.
Busquets in the middle. He's a solid rock.
Yeah, they're just slow though. You get some of these faster teams, these younger, faster teams, and that's what happened last year with Ajax.
Yep.
Was you have a bunch of 19 to 22-year-olds that are just running around
Napoli
you.
is just slow and older guys.
Yeah.
Or faster and older guys.
PK's one of the best defenders in the world, but he's dog shit slow. He's not like that.
Yeah.
Speed is not
No, that's never been his game.
his game.
But
who knows what can happen? Like
I still say Barcelona gets through.
Yeah, Frankie De Jong had a great Champions League last year with Ajax. He could step up for Barcelona out of nowhere and get hot again.
I mean, they still have Rakitic on the team, too.
Yeah.
Don't people forget.
Oh, yeah, that team's super deep.
It's crazy.
They have Vidal on the team. You don't even hear him anymore. He's
No.
like forgotten about. He just plays like a defensive midfielder role at this point.
He's another one that's kind of on the
Yeah. His best days
downslope
are.
behind him for sure.
Yeah.
All right, one last day. We got Wednesday, the 26th of February.
Yes.
We have Lyon out of France versus Juventus.
Gift. That's a Ronaldo gift. How did they get that draw?
I don't know.
They're going to kill Leon.
Unfortunately, it'll probably be like 6-2 aggregate, I'm sure.
Probably by the end of it, yeah.
Lyon doesn't have enough.
No.
They have Memphis Depay, but he's been hurt, I feel like, the past couple months. I don't even know if he's fit to play. Other than that, they have Bertrand Traore, who I believe was an old Chelsea academy kid. Other than that, a lot of French guys that I can't really pronounce their names. I don't want to butcher that, but
Yeah. Nah, they're not doing anything.
it seems like Juve is going to run probably roughshod over them, unfortunately.
No doubt.
Too much talent with, obviously, Ronaldo and who the hell's the other guy in the midfield? Not Perisic.
Who, Ramsey? Well,
No. I can never forget this guy. I never remember this guy's name.
for Juventus?
Yeah. Oh, Pjanic.
Oh.
That guy. I think Matuidi's there now, too.
Matuidi's been there. They're okay. I don't know. I think they're overrated, too. They're Ronaldo heavy. But
Dybala.
they're playing Lyon. So.
I mean, they should, yeah. Like I said, they should beat the shit out of them.
Douglas Costa's there now. Forgot Douglas Costa's there.
Wow.
There's talk Aaron Ramsey might try to come back to Arsenal.
Yikes.
I'd be all for that. Sammy Khedira's still there. Yeah,
Sammy.
Miralem Pjanic.
Pjanic, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an older team, for sure. Chiellini still on the defense? They got Bonucci in those.
Chiellini's there. Bonucci's there. Yeah, I mean, dude, they're
The Italian guard, man.
they have Delight. I mean, that's their biggest young. They grabbed another guy that came from Ajax.
Kind of an older team.
Yeah.
They'll get to that.
Yeah, 35, 32. They got a lot of guys in there.
They'll get to the final.
Even Juan Cuadrado's 31. They're definitely getting up there. Ronaldo's 35. I mean, Dybala, I guess, is their big young guy at this point.
Crybaby.
He is, too. It's the Argentinian way.
Yep. No one can play with Messi.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's
And then I guess we have another best matchups.
I would say the best matchup of the 16.
Yeah.
Real Madrid versus Man City.
Yeah, that should be a really good one. Although, again, Real is another team that recently in these tournaments and stuff, they've just not been showing up.
Yeah.
And I think City now has, with knowing that their Prem chances are pretty much out the window, they got a lot to play for here.
City's defense is the only thing. If Laporte is at least 90% healthy, that's huge for them.
Yeah.
Going forward. Other than that, their defense is
But
not.
Real's slow, too. There's not
It's a very similar matchup. They both have a lot of skill guys, and guys that can score. Like Benzema, he's over 30 now, and he's still putting the ball in the net.
Modric.
Yeah. Still, Toni Kroos still is whipping the ball around. But Carvajal, Varane, Ramos, they still got a good
Vinicius
team.
Jr. on the wing, which gives them some speed. But for a whole, up front, in the middle.
It's a very similar teams.
Yeah. I don't know. I think City takes it. I think City just has that edge.
I'm torn. I'm really torn.
I think Pep gets these kids up and gives them finds a reason to give them something to play for. I feel like last year they thought they were going to hit the double pretty easily.
Yeah.
And they got a little complacent and they got snuck up on in Champions League and they lost. And I think they have something to prove this year.
Sure.
Definitely. So, I'm not sold on this Real team. There's so many it's been like this all year, and there's so much controversy in that front office, and nobody seems happy. And
it's a bullshit draw for both teams, honestly.
It is. It is. Somebody's got to get the bums, and somebody's got to get the top.
There's got to be, yeah.
That's a game you wish you probably saw a round later, but unfortunately, it is what it is, and somebody's going to go.
They probably should have flip-flopped maybe Atalanta and Valencia.
Yeah. Well.
But that's what we have.
It's what we got.
But I think Real Madrid, for some reason, I don't know.
I'm going City.
I want to say City so bad, but I don't know.
So we want to put these actually on paper? You want to go through and back real quick, and we'll each lock in who we're going to pick in each?
Sure. I would.
We don't have to put it towards our Prem picks. We'll leave that separate just to have something on.
Okay. I said Liverpool was winning that first one.
Yeah, and I
think we both.
I agreed with you on that one.
Are agreeing.
So we can go back to that.
And I'm going to say probably PSG gets through Dortmund. I want to say
my
boys pull it out, but
I'm going to pick your boys just because I just like PSG. I'm going to do it more with a rooting interest.
I think
there's nothing at stake.
Can definitely shit the bed this round, but I could see us giving up just way too many goals. How about the Atalanta-Valencia? Are we both on Valencia?
I'm going to go Valencia.
Same.
Yeah.
Spurs-Leipzig, we're both on opposite sides.
Yeah, definitely Leipzig.
Leipzig. What else did I see?
Chelsea-Bayern.
Chelsea-Bayern, unfortunately, I'm going to have to go Bayern on this one.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Bayern.
So Napoli-Barcelona, I would say Barcelona as well. I just don't see them getting knocked out in the first round here, or 16. I don't think Napoli has enough. Even though Koulibaly is a great defender, but don't look into that too much.
I so want to pick Napoli just because of Barcelona's
I think it would be great
lack of
news, a big story that Barcelona gets knocked out in the round of 16 by an Italian
I could just see it
team.
happening too. Fuck, I'm gonna go with Napoli.
Oh wow,
I'm gonna go with Napoli definitely.
upset of the century.
I'm gonna take them both out. I'm gonna take Barca out and Madrid out. Napoli, City.
And then I guess we're both definitely on Juve. There's no way Lyon wins that.
And are you going Real over City?
I guess just for the parity's sake, sure. Again, I think it's a matchup that should have been probably in the later rounds for sure, and it's unfortunate that one of these teams has to get knocked out. But, yeah, I don't know. It'll be good. That's definitely the best game.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
So far. But, yeah, we'll kind of keep it there, and then once we get the next round, we'll keep going.
Absolutely.
Until we get a champion in May.
Yeah.
I don't know where the final is this year.
Yeah, I didn't look at that.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any stories that really jumped out at you?
Well, one happened today.
Mm-hmm.
One happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I was really, really, really heartbroken. And now I don't know what to do this upcoming MLS season.
Why?
Because my famed man crush, Bradley Wright Phillips,
Oh, yeah, he's on LAFC
has signed
now.
with LAFC.
Oh, no. I
Like,
saw the video, too.
He put the tweet up, and I literally wrote, no.
Yeah.
Because, like,
The rich get richer, baby.
man, that could be
sucks.
such a good move for them, too.
It sucks.
Like, to get a guy like that, even if he's not in a prime role, and he's in the locker room, he's coming off the bench.
He'll play a couple minutes at
He's going to add scoring opportunities, somebody for Vela to send the ball into, and, that could be a nice little combo there.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing is they moved a defender today. So
Yeah,
being
Walker
a surprise,
Zimmerman
over to
to
Nashville,
Nashville.
which is, I think, huge for Nashville. There was a post on that one MLS group that we follow on Facebook saying what we thought about the move, and I said, for Nashville, that's tremendous to get a kid like that in their locker room and a top defender in the country.
We
for
kind
our
of fell
country.
out of favor at LAFC. There was a 2-minute. They just have too much money to buy people.
Yeah, they could replace him, but for a team like Nashville, up and coming, that's huge.
They're making some moves. Too bad their stadium took a little snag, I heard.
Yeah.
That their city council might not want to give them the money.
Yeah, some dude said, he'll enjoy playing in Vegas in 3 years. That was one of the comments on there,
shit.
basically saying they're going to...
Hey, Vegas has a team.
They're
now.
going to move... They're going to, fold this team and make that the Vegas team, but I hope not.
Nashville they have a lot of... Well, of course everybody has a lot of supporters when your team didn't even play a game yet.
Yeah. Hey, Austin FC's doing awesome.
Yeah.
They just got their first... They got their first big sponsor. Their jersey sponsor is Yeti.
Yeti coolers.
Yeah, so that was pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, they'll be in...
that's going to be my new team, you realize.
Not this year, but next year.
I'm going to have to jump ship, I think.
Often FC.
To Austin FC.
MLS.
Trying to get them to hire me before they're even a team. Keep working on that. Keep plugging away. I've been on Twitter hard with some of their fan groups and stuff
please.
like that. Yes. You could say that move, not that many people other than a few of us, especially as Arsenals, would know who he is, but that is a big shock move for a guy of that talent to go to Paraguay.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't even know where he was at this point in time.
I don't know. Talk about falling out of favor.
If people actually know Emmanuel Adebayor.
Yeah. He's playing in Paraguay now.
Yeah. And what did I say? It's like Man United. They're trying to... I know you can't stand... I thought you could. Man United have asked for permission to introduce safe standing at Old Trafford. The club have applied to install... Oh, right. The rail seatings for 150. Oh, right. Because in England, you're not allowed to have, like, the railing with just a cement block.
Yeah.
Like, there's seats everywhere. You can stand, but they don't have that, like, the yellow wall like Dortmund has.
Right.
So England, I guess, or Manchester United might try and do this safe standing, because I guess obviously there's some issues before that terrible tragedy as well that happened that killed a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of took that freestanding away because it was a safety hazard. But now I guess that Man United's trying to maybe get a little block and test it out and see how that works out. But again, with the hooliganism in England, it might not work out. I saw there was another, was it Newcastle? There was a 12-year-old that got banned for for some racial shit.
Only at Newcastle.
There definitely was one. I think it was, yeah, I think Newcastle. Or Newcastle, the guy exposed himself during the match or something.
Yeah, I think that was the Newcastle one.
Was that the Newcastle
one? Decent exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of trouble. And I guess last thing, our boy Jurgen Klinsmann. He has all of a sudden stepped down now from Hertha Berlin.
I'm not even going to say anything.
They gave him they brought in like 3 players and spent $80 million in the transfer window because he wanted it, and now all of a sudden he's stepping down.
Now he's out.
Yep. He said it was a suicide mission to try and keep this team out of relegation because they're pretty far down.
What a
So
quitter.
now they're just he's leaving them high and dry.
He is quite the
Say
quitter.
asalu. He said fuck you.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah. He'll be mentioned later in the show. Shall we just quickly breeze through the games coming up?
Yeah.
How about a poll update from Ralph first?
We should do that first.
But, yeah. Friday. We got Friday, 1 game. We got 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday, and 1 Monday.
Yes. The Monday is the makeup, right? Or no, that's that Wednesday game.
Yeah.
That's the makeup.
We have, Friday, probably one of the better matchups.
Yeah, definitely.
Wolves versus Leicester.
Yes. We're going to pick that one?
I think that's one of the two that we should.
I thought that was probably on the list.
I mean, Wolves at home against a Leicester team who kind of, I mean, they haven't been as consistent as they were in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, they have not. I'll pick that first if you want.
Sure.
You picked first, I think, the last ones. I got the gift that wasn't a gift.
Sure.
Draw 2-2. I'll pull my draw card since I didn't pull
Right
it in
off.
the last 2 games.
Nice.
I'm just going to pull it right off the jump as a
Nice.
2-2 draw.
I'm going to say Leicester wins 2-1
Okay. I could see that
on the
too.
road.
I was thinking about picking them. They're due for a nice win. But
Give Jamie a little time to recover, try and get fit here for this stretch run.
Give the Wolves the draw at home.
Yeah.
All right, we'll hit the questions.
Yeah, so we got the poll update for Facebook. Sheffield United getting a Champions League spot would be more shocking than Leicester City winning the title back in 2015-2016. 100% say agree.
Really?
100%, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still up in the air with it. Like I said, I got
I
to
think
keep
you'd
digging.
have to do more looking up more stats.
Yeah, I
and
wanna
what the
keep-
odds were for Sheffield to even like get in the Champions League spot or even
Yeah.
finish like top 6.
Top 10 even,
Yeah.
probably. Let alone what
Was that Leicester? What were their odds to win the league that year? It was ridiculous.
They weren't great. Like 1,000 to 1 or something like that.
They almost got relegated the season before that.
Yeah.
People forget.
Somebody made a ton of money. I remember there was like a dude who bet them preseason.
It's been like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like $100 on them to.
It was bad. It was like 10,000. Was it 10,000 to 1 or something?
It was up there. It was crazy money.
Yeah.
That's all I know. It was at least like 5. I said 1,000. I think it was definitely higher than that. It was probably at least 5, maybe 10,000 to 1.
It was like insane because they finished in the bottom, like right outside relegation the season before.
That was the one I remember reading about that bet and being like, man, I need to start doing more like wacky preseason bets and putting like $50 on some of these teams to just because you never know.
I mean, that was probably the most insane accomplishment I think in Prem history.
Yeah, but these lines are probably similar on.
I'll say the Blade. I mean, it's a good debate to have.
Yeah.
If the Blades actually can pull it off.
Yeah, like we said, let's see if this.
I know
actually
I'm getting ahead of myself big time, but it's interesting that everyone says yeah.
Yeah, and then what about the other one?
I don't even know. Oh, what do we have for Saturday? Southampton versus Burnley, 7:30.
Yeah,
actually, Burnley's been playing pretty good.
Burnley's been playing okay. Hampton's been playing.
Burnley's after Boxing Day, I feel like they've really cranked it up.
I'd still take Hampton at home, I think.
Just Danny being Danny.
Yeah.
Scoring goals.
Ooh, Chris Wood's in double-digit goals, though. He's at 10 for the year.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
He's one of the best Kiwis to ever play.
I don't know. I'd still take Hampton at home, I think.
Yeah, probably. I think it might be a draw right there.
Yeah. Norwich, Liverpool.
That's not much to say.
No.
Norwich, Liverpool, 12:30.
Yeah.
Norwich has probably maybe they might get a goal. Even though Allison, I don't think, has allowed a goal in the last, 9 games.
I was going to say, I don't know. Just the thought of that game made me yawn. You saw that?
Yeah.
And that's the game like last week. I said, if you got anything to do this weekend, just do it.
The Norwich, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save your Sunday because there's a little bit better games on Sunday.
XFL.
No, Arsenal, Newcastle.
So Sunday at 9 o'clock, we got Villa versus Spurs.
Yes. Go Villa. You need to get out of the relegation zone. They're not going to win, though.
No, I don't think so.
Most likely not.
They need Johnny McGinn back whenever that may be.
Yeah.
To even have a chance to stay up.
They need some help. They definitely need some help.
It's too young of a team.
I still
They
think
need more from the Trezeguets.
they're gonna find a way to stay up. There's gonna be other teams that are worse.
I think it's gonna be close.
It's gonna be close. They're gonna be in that. They're in that 5.
It's gonna come down to that.
If you have to pick 5 teams out of the 3 right now, they are in that 5.
Oh sure.
But I think they find a way. I'm hopeful they find a way. I'd like to see that badge stay up. I like Villa.
I mean, it's a good team to watch. They're exciting, but they're young.
I like Grealish.
Jackie's the man for sure.
Yeah. I like some of the other, like El Ghazi, Trezeguet.
It's a young squad, man.
I like Tyrone Mings. Like I would rather them stay up than honestly like a Brighton or a West Ham. I just feel like there's more to offer here. There's more to build around.
They're a little more flashy than
on Villa.
Brighton. Brighton's not very flashy.
Yeah.
But I don't see they just gave an extension to Graham Potter at Brighton.
Yeah, because they're not in relegation zone at this point in the season. They're not far
They've
off.
done enough.
Yeah, so far, there's still time.
Yeah, what do we got? 12 games left?
Yeah.
12?
Right, we're 26. Yeah. Well, after this weekend, it'll be 12 for everybody. Yeah. So.
Season is slowly.
Yeah. That's 36 possible points, though. That could go anywhere.
Well, these teams have to be able to beat teams down in the bottom with themselves.
Yeah.
Brighton's been pulling shit out of their ass, and they're
been
probably going to stay up because of
but
these
1
results.
point might not be enough each time. They might have needed a 3 in 1 or 2 of these. Might be too late.
We've already talked about the West Ham schedule in Bournemouth. That's not easy.
Yeah. All right. Well, next would be what? Gotta win, gotta win, gotta win. That's all I can say. You're home.
They've been the draw kings ever since Arteta took over.
They really have. It's just been draw after draw after draw.
Again, Aubameyang's probably got one foot out the door.
Yeah, they said that's like one of the most inevitable transfers.
I can just tell because I've seen it firsthand at Dortmund. He was just disinterested, and that's kind of how he's looking right now.
The only thing I can say is
Will we see maybe Pablo Mari?
Maybe. I would love to. They haven't lost since losing to Chelsea.
And they pissed that one away.
Back in December. They've drawn and won everything through January and February. So I can't be miserable. But I need to see some wins. I need to see some wins at home against teams like Newcastle that you should
you have
definitely
13 draws.
Yeah. I told you they were going to take over that draw
They're
king
6
spot
and
before
6.
the season was going to be over. I've been saying that for months.
It's a mediocre
That's
side.
what they do.
They're perfect right where they're at right now. Perfect where they're at.
I don't even know where they're at. 9th? 10th?
They're right behind Wolves for
Yeah.
8th. 4 off. But they are 9th with Burnley.
Yeah.
And I think Burnley and them are probably the equal.
They just drew Burnley 0-0 last
I know.
week, so
That's what I mean.
they should still beat Newcastle.
I mean, they're the same points as Newcastle,
And they're home. Got to win
which
that
they should win.
Got to win that game.
They
Have to win that game. They're not going to probably, but they have to.
And not unless Newcastle finds some scoring, I think you should.
Yeah.
I mean, if they pull another 0-0 draw, it's just...
Yeah, I just don't want to see Mustafi's face again, to be honest. I want to see one of these new guys.
Pablo Mari.
It's going to have to be him. It's going to have to.
Pablo Mari.
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, whatever it is, I don't even know. I guess it's working. 13 draws is a lot.
It is. Some of them are under Arteta.
That's a lot. You, destroyed the draw kings.
It's the exact reason why.
Wolves has 11.
Yeah, I told you they were going to take that spot.
Pass the torch,
The
boys.
only reason Chelsea is playing in Champions
Pass
League
the torch.
is because Arsenal couldn't beat these teams last year, and they were drawing those games.
Same old. It doesn't matter what the coach is.
Exactly.
Well, if they still had Numbskull,
They would have been losses. They'd be in relegation zone right now. Everybody would want out.
Oh, shit.
All right, so we're our last pick
Last
Monday.
game of the
Chelsea,
game. United.
Revenge.
Yes, this is it. Nice rest for the boys. I think they come back and beat the shit out of them.
Good, make it in your pick. I need points.
Oh, man. I think 3-1 Chelsea. I think they're going to come out going ape shit.
I almost wish I saved a draw card here.
But you didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah, I think this is they got some rest. I think Tammy comes back and gets one. And I don't know who else.
2-0 Chelsea.
Oh, the shutout. That ain't happening.
I don't know. I don't know where the scoring's going to come from. In United.
Igalo
Bruno, maybe.
Gets on the sheet in his
I
first game.
I almost picked United. Just
He wasn't allowed to travel to wherever they were because he was coming from China.
shouldn't be allowed to right now.
That Corona shit is
Yeah. I'm okay with that. They can keep him there for now.
wherever they were at during their winter break. I
Yeah.
forget. I think Dubai.
I was really tempted to pick United, but as close as we are right now,
It is pretty close.
I figure I'll pick Chelsea, pick a different score. If you hit your score, so be it.
I'm only up 4.
I know.
87-83.
I know. I'm one good pick away from
You really
tying this
are.
bad boy up. So
It's a big 6-point in a weekend
yeah.
in terms of soccer, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, those are the games of week 26.
What a weird week this has been. And then again on Wednesday, the 19th, is really wraps up week 26 because that's your
Technically, yes.
City West Ham game that we all know how that's going to go. So we talked about it last week. We don't need to talk about it again.
Right.
And anything else? I have a red card. I don't really have a yellow. I couldn't really come up with something that I seemed yellow-worthy. I definitely have a red card. It's for the Italian league ref who...
hey, that was my red card.
Yes. Well, then do your yellow and we can share a red card.
You know how I said Jurgen Klinsmann was coming back? He's my yellow card.
Yeah.
Just leaving Hertha Berlin high and dry.
I thought about, I guess, throwing that in there when you told me that because I didn't even hear that news yet.
Yeah.
So
What a loser.
yeah, he could definitely.
He'll never get a European coaching job again, probably.
No.
After being like, can I have these, like, some backing transfer-wise? And they spend all this money, and he's just like, peace.
Yeah, I messed
I'm
that
out.
up. Sorry. I'm a quitter.
He's like, no, this job's way too hard.
I guess what's his name? Xhaka's not going there then if they're going to get relegated.
And I saw Alexi Lalas, I think, shares my yellow because I don't know if you saw Jermaine Jones. He went on an epic he had this epic post to Alexi Lalas basically saying that Alexi only has one league that he really loves. It's the MLS. And he's like, you have to look outside the MLS for U.S. talent. And the kids that we have out in Europe should be called in.
Yeah.
At least Jurgen called in, like, the German Americans. Like, Alexi's so against, like, he wants, like, a purebred, like, American.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
No,
that's not how this works.
your best talent are the ones playing in Europe.
Yeah.
That's why they're playing in Europe.
And they have
because they're
some,
better
maybe
than-
they have a German father or German mother. Or
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. They're most likely not going to be playing for the German team either.
Like Dest, he's probably, like, fuming, like, oh, my God, he's got more Dutch in him than
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. If he's our best option and he's willing to play for us.
Pulisic could have played for, I think,
Half
Slovakia.
Half the German teams usually Turkish and Polish.
Hmm.
They don't care. If you can play, you can play. You don't have to be.
I was going to say, you see that in any country.
Yeah.
You're not going to be full on, like.
No, especially not anymore. Yeah.
Jermaine Jones just ripped him a new one. It was awesome.
Good. He needs to just go back and
Alexi Lalas
put a tie-dye shirt on and play some acoustic guitar somewhere.
Who's that?
Alexi Lalas.
He could suck my
That's what he does. He's a rocker.
He's a loser.
He's a rocker. He cared more about MTV back in the day than he did about soccer, and that's why U.S. sucked.
Yeah, he's known for his look more than his play on the field.
Yeah.
Go kick rocks, boy.
Yeah. So we both share a red card.
Anyway.
Which is great. Italian soccer ref in, what was it?
It's like a minor.
The minor leagues, essentially. Basically red carded a goalie, and then after the game, when the goalie confronted him to find out why he was red carded, the ref headbutted him as a response. So, and the kid, it was like a kid, like I guess early 20s.
Yeah.
The player.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this ref is
He's
banned
suspended.
for 1 year.
Yep.
1 year, which is pretty crazy that it's only 1 year.
He just gets one.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you just get a year for. You can't headbutt
He's like, hey,
these
man.
kids anymore next time.
He's like, hey, man, why did I get sent off? Look,
Yeah.
Just donned him right in the fucking
Yeah.
head.
I mean, there could have been more to it, but you can go off the stories that we can read, and
I'm sure there was something. I don't know.
I guess police got involved too.
I think it was funny.
Yeah.
Just 1 year ban for just wrecking the ref after the game.
Yeah.
Or
No, the
he
ref,
wrecked,
yeah,
he wrecked
like,
him, right? Yeah.
This is a grown man going after not a kid, but essentially like a younger
Yeah.
player. If he's in the minor leagues, he's probably in his.
He just wanted to know why he got sent off. And
Yeah.
he went all nuclear on him.
But there could have been when he was getting sent off, he might have said something.
Oh,
that
I'm
we
sure.
don't know, but or this dude was just crazy. It's just like I'm not taking this kid's shit anymore, and just headbutted him. I've wanted to headbutt a few of the refs in my daughter's league, so.
Hey, if you only get 1 year ban, you might as well do it.
Yeah, no, you get prison time in Jersey.
True.
Yeah, you're not getting
That's
a 1
assault.
year. Yeah.
True,
Yeah.
you can't just be headbutting people
Yeah.
on the reg.
Yeah, in Italy you can.
Yeah. You can be a lot of things.
No jail
You've seen
time
it.
and a 1 year layoff of your job. Way to go.
Italy's really dropping the ball this year.
Yeah, they are.
They've been in the news for not good things.
No, not so good things. So, but yeah, that'll wrap us up.
Yeah, it's been exciting.
Yeah. So we will not be back next Tuesday.
Yeah,
It'll be the following Saturday.
the 22nd.
22nd. We're going to do a live Saturday show.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna skip
figured
next
that we're
Tuesday.
going to try and we're eventually going to have to transition to probably Saturdays with some schedule changes coming up.
Yeah, man.
So, and it's better for everybody to get kind of our live reactions.
Hell yeah. I've been loving the live shows.
So yeah, we'll be back 22nd, 10:30, so we can kind of watch the end of those games.
Hell yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
it's been fun. We'll see you guys, I guess, the 22nd then, and listen to everybody on this platform. And yeah, love you guys.
Later.
See ya.